For loops are really useful because they let you repeat a piece of code over and over again. So let's say we wanted to print out numbers up to 10. So we could do print 0, print 1, print 2. Or we could use a for loop. So this is a for loop using numbers, and if I run it, it should print numbers 0 up to 9. And the way that you do this sort of for loop is you use the word for, and then you give a variable name. It can be whatever you want. So I've called my variable I, but that could be whatever. That could be, I could call that Jim. And then use the keyword in, and then for a numeric for loop, you use a function called range, and you put the starting number and the number one higher than the end. Then you have a colon, and then everything indented here is in your loop. Inside the loop, you can refer to the variable that you gave at the top of the loop, and its value will change. So let's if I run this in debug mode, and I press step over, so you can see we're now running this one line at a time, and over here we can view what the variables are. So the variable Jim has been set to value 0. So if I run that line, it prints out 0, and then it goes back to the top. And then we go on one more line. Now the value of Jim has increased. It's now 1. So it prints out 1. And it'll keep doing that over and over again. And you can do it, so you could do it 1,000 times. And then you get 1,000 numbers printed out. So that's for loop for numbers, but for loops are also used with lists. So instead of a number there, I could give it a list. So it could be some numbers, it could be like that. Oops. List has commas between the items. List could also be strings. And I could do things with them. So let's make a list. And so the list I'm going to start in a variable called names, and my loop variable, I'm not going to call it Jim anymore, I'm going to call it name, because that's going to be confusing. And you'll see this quite a lot, so the loop variable has a very similar name to the list. And let's make it do that. So it will print hello to every name in my list of names.